Hi, I'm Shalene Johnson. Thanks for joining me today for the Bosu Long and Lean workout. Today I'm going to show you how you can get strong, stretched, and centered with a series of exercises inspired by both yoga and Pilates. The unique design of the Bosu will allow you to comfortably and effectively tone and stretch the upper and lower body as well as your abs and back. Even better, because of the dynamic surface of the Bosu, you will feel the body's stabilizing muscles in almost every exercise we'll do. Balance is the foundation of all movement. So while we'll be doing some traditional exercises, we'll also be working on balance and stabilization. This means more muscles working, better posture, improved coordination, and exciting results. Our workout today will start with a warm-up, followed by challenging workout segments. I'll alternate between toning and balance exercises with relaxing stretches, so your muscles will work hard and then recover. Before we get started, let me give you some guidelines that'll make your workout safer and more effective. Start out slowly. Progress sensibly. You don't have to overdo it to get great results. You can take a break whenever you need to and gradually work up to doing the whole workout with us. Always work at a level that feels good to you. I'll show you lots of options today. Choose the ones that work best for you. Next, place your Bosu on a level surface with lots of space to work around it. If you're working out on a hardwood floor, you might want to have a towel or a mat handy to cushion the knees on the floor. You can work with bare feet or in shoes, whichever is most comfortable for you. However, it's important to remember that shoes should be worn to support and protect the feet during any Bosu workout that involves propulsive or jumping type movements. And it's a good idea to keep a towel close by. That way you can wipe perspiration off the dome if it becomes slippery. We don't want you to fall and lose your balance, which could result in an injury. Finally, wear comfortable workout clothes that won't slip or slide while you're lying on the Bosu dome. All right, let's get warmed up and acclimated to your Bosu. I want you to meet two fitness professionals who are demonstrating the workout with me today. This is Jen and Greg. Let's begin behind your Bosu. We're going to stand in what is traditionally called mountain pose. Palms are forward, shoulders are down and relaxed. Now I want your very best posture and to begin relaxing by using our breath. Let's take a full breath in, using the entire time that we lift the arms to inhale. And then exhale as you lower your arms. Now make that exhale last. Again, nice deep breath in, count to 8 mentally. And then exhaling out. Let's do that on top of the dome of the Bosu, standing on top. Good, now you might want to take your feet out a little bit wider until we get used to that surface. Exhale slowly. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Let's do one more. This feels great. Now make that exhale really last. We're going to pick up the pace just a little bit, lifting up and sitting down into what we call chair pose. Good, reach the arms up, palms together, bring it right to the center of the body. Good, do that again. Reach up, reach. Exhale, fingertips reach to me. Nice, arms fanning up. Couple more of those. Now if you're getting comfortable, you're going to start to level your feet. Arms reach overhead. This is our last one on top, and then we're going to add an element of agility. Have a seat, nice and strong. Straight arms. And now step down with your right leg and right back up. Good, sweep the arms through. Palms together, lift overhead. And stepping down, right back up. Good, how's the balance feel? It's challenging at first, but each time we do this together, you're going to get better and better. Right back up. Now, if you happen to slip off, that's okay. It's normal at first. You'll get better each time. Down and right back up. Now this time, stay on top with me. And we're going to isolate the lower body. Tilt the feet forward and back. And now a nice roll of the shoulders forward. This feels so good. Good. And now take the feet in and out. What we're doing is isolating the lower body from the upper body. Roll the shoulders back. For many of you, this is the only time today you've got just for you. Let's squat to the right. And when you come back on top, look to the right. Now to the left. And look to the left. Let's do that again, to the right. Good, warming up the legs, pumping blood into those large muscle groups. And look left. We're gonna do the same thing, but this time when we come on top, I want you to lift the arms and rotate through the center of your trunk. Excellent job. 2 more, 1 on each side, squat down. That rotation, I want you to keep your hips forward as best as you can and rotate from the upper body. Now let's reach overhead. Long reach and lift. Beautiful job. Doesn't that feel great? Whether it's 8 a.m. or 8 p.m., we are waking up the body. Enjoy it. And again. Now I want you to sweep all the way through. Big circle with the arm. On top and lift. Again. We're going to do 1 more on each side. Doesn't that feel great? You can just feel the whole body starting to warm up to the Bosu. 1 more time, and then we'll stay on top. Good. Let's return to mountain pose. And just get ourselves acclimated. Shoulders are low. If you feel a little wobbly, bend the knees a little. As we get taller, you'll feel that your balance is challenged. Stay here for 2 more deep breaths. One more deep breath. Now let's tilt the hips forward. Go forward and back. Now just isolate the shoulders. Release, release, and draw them together. Good. Now the hips again, just the lower body moving. Keep your knees bent. Good. And now the arms, shoulders reach forward, pull back. I want you to lunge back with your right leg. We're going to drop the heel, then the toe, then the heel, and back on top. Again, the heel, then the toe, and the heel. Good, now let's add the arms. Reach and pull, reach and on top. Reach and pull. Nice, can we do 2 more of those? This feels great. By now you're starting to get warm, starting to enjoy this Bosu product. I think you're gonna love this workout today. Be sure, if you fall off the Bosu or happen to slip, that's okay. We're all getting used to it. 1 more time. Good. And stand on top. Good. Again, your very tallest posture, palms forward. Level the feet, level the shoulders. 1 last deep breath. All right, that's it for our warm-up. Let's move right into our first segment. Okay, in this first segment, we're going to focus on standing exercises and poses that strengthen and tone your lower body and work the abs and back. Let's begin standing behind the Bosu and place your right foot near the center of the dome. I'm going to walk you through the setup on this the first time. Your front heel should intersect the arch of the back foot. Now pick a diagonal that feels comfortable to your body. Ultimately, your goal should be to rotate the shoulders forward, but if that's uncomfortable at first, pick a place that feels best to your body. Now from here, also try to rotate the shoulders, and let's make sure that knee stays on top of the ankle and doesn't jet out over the toes. Bring the arms up, draw the abs in, palms together, and let's go down nice and low. And exhale as we lower the arms. Again. Now, as you lower yourself, I want you to think of going straight up and down as opposed to lunging forward. We want to make sure that that knee is in a real comfortable position. And if you're going too deep and it causes you some pain, then back off a little. Good, we'll do 1 more, and I want you to hold it down. And now rotate the torso and lower the arms. This is what we call Warrior Two. And you can take your gaze out beyond the fingertips or straight ahead, whichever feels best for you. But we're going to give that leg some strength. And we're going to lower down as we lift the arms. Exhale and lift. Now feel your core engage as you pull the hips under you and the shoulders back. Last one. Let's hold this one, guys, for a full breath. And now lower the elbow to the thigh. And this is what we call right angle. Jen's moving into extended right angle. That's a more advanced variation. And let's lift back up to Warrior Two. Keep that knee bent. Rotate back to the front, Warrior One. We'll extend the front leg, keeping the arms out in T. I'm going to show you the modification. Just bring your hands down to the thigh. You can keep this front knee bent. If you're pretty tight, that's what I recommend. Let's try holding this for 2 more breaths. One more breath. Now bending the knee, lower your hands to the top of the dome. Slide the leg back behind you. This is what we call plank pose. And it can easily be done on the knees as a modifier, or make it tougher by lifting the leg as Greg is demonstrating. One more deep breath. Your body should feel strong. Abs in tight, back is getting stronger. Lower the knees. Push the weight back toward your heels. This is child's pose. And this is a pose I want you to enjoy. Anytime your back starts to bother you, slip into this because it's a great relaxer. Now I want you to lift up and press the abdomen towards the center of the dome. And we're going to just prep the body for up dog. I don't want you to force the arch, but instead, just feel that nice contraction. Good. And Greg's going to show us the full up dog. Tops of the feet in contact with the floor. Good. Let's push the toes down, bend the knees, push your hips back towards the heels, and we're in down dog. Now for tight hamstrings, just bend the knees and push the chest through the arms. You should feel as though you're pushing the Bosu away from you. Now stepping in with the right leg and extend up nice and long. Arms go down at the sides. Let's go on top. Good. Fan the arms up once you've got your balance. Palms together. Now lower the shoulders. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. If you feel a little wobbly, take the legs out a bit wider. And we're going to slowly lift up out of the torso and bend to the right. To make this a bit more difficult, look under the arm. A full breath in. Exhale as we come back to center. Good. Let's sink down into chair pose. Engaging those quadriceps, making the muscles in the legs strong. Look and reach to the back of the room. Take the arms back to center, chair pose. And stand up tall, bringing the palms together. Lower the shoulders. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift up out of the torso and bend to the left. Again, looking under the arm adds extra challenge because you've changed your sensory input. So if you'd rather keep the eyes focused front and center, go ahead and do that. Bring it back to center. Chair pose. Reach and look to the back of the room. Good. You can feel all those little muscles in the ankles and the feet firing off. You're doing great. Bring the arms back to front. We can do this together. Stand up. Fan the arms back out to the side. Good. Now we're going to step down, leaving the left foot on top of the dome. Now I want you to get back into that warrior position where the heel intersects the back arch. Pick a foot position that feels comfortable to your hips. Rotate the shoulders forward. Bring the arms up. I want you to feel powerful and strong in this pose. Lower down and lift, extending the arms to a T. Again, inhale. Learning to match the movement to your breathing will help to relax your body. You're going to get stronger going through these poses. They won't feel quite so awkward. Each time we do this together, you're going to feel better and better, more confident in each pose. This is our last one. I want you to hold it here and rotate the body open. Good. Engage the abs, engage the core, gaze out beyond the fingertips. Now self-correct, pulling your hips under and the shoulders back. down away from the ears. Good. As we lower, bringing the arms up. Now I want you to think of yourself as like a horse on a carousel. So instead of lunging forward, think of lowering down and lifting up. Good. This is our last one, all the way up. And hold, looking out over the front hand. Bend the elbow, right angle. Try to press those hips toward the floor. Jen's moving into extended right angle. That's our goal. Ultimately, that's where we'll all be. Lifting back up to Warrior 2, strong. Rotate the body forward, Warrior 1. Folding forward, you can bring the hands to the thigh if you need to, or keep them extended in T. Bend this front knee if you need to. Make sure your hands stay on your thigh and not directly on the knee. Place your hands to the top of the dome, bend the knees, slide it back. We're in plank pose. Let's lower the knees one at a time and push back, child's pose. This is everybody's favorite pose because it feels so good to be in it. Lift the body, pressing the abdomen toward the center of the dome. And we're going to push up into up dog. Now again, be careful not to force the arch. Just work to your current level of flexibility where you feel comfortable. Bring the toes down, bend the knees, push your weight back towards the heels, extend through, down dog. Now symmetry is important, so if you can keep the hands about the same distance as your feet, that's ideal. One more full breath. Let's step forward with the right and left leg. Extend as we lift. And bring the arms back down. Good. Let's take a deep breath in mountain. And hold it right here. Now don't stop because you're doing great. We're going to move on to segment 2. During this segment, I want you to think about linking the exercises together in a fluid movement pattern. The exercises in this segment are challenging and we'll be working with the dome side down. Now if you find this is very difficult, stick with me. I'm going to keep the dome side up, and this is what I recommend if your shoulders don't quite have the stability or if it bothers your wrists. We want you to do what feels best for your body. So let's begin by standing behind the Bosu and fan the arms up. Good. Exhale as you lower down slowly. Extending the hamstrings. Bring your hands to the outside of the Bosu. Now let's step back right and left leg in that strong plank pose. From here, we're going to lower down, chaturanga, slide through, and into up dog. Now don't forget, you can use those modifications with the knees down whenever you need to. Toes are down, push back through the heels, down dog. Try to keep the feet about the same distance as your hands. Bend the knees if this is bothering your hamstrings or if you've got too much weight on the upper body. Let's return to plank pose. And now lunge forward with the right leg. Good. Sink the hips toward the floor. Let that open up the joints. Step back into plank. Strong bodies. And lunging to the opposite side. Good. Now don't fight those stretches. Relax into them, but at the same time, keep the abs and back engaged at all times. Step back to plank. And walk the legs forward, fanning the arms up to the side. And right back down. We're going to link these together just a little quicker each time we go through the progression. Hands to the outside of the Bosu, stepping back. Now you can lower down slowly and right up into up dog. Toes down, push back, down dog. Return to plank. Try to take a deep breath in each one of your poses. Inhale. Exhale, lunge forward. Return to plank. Exhale, lunge forward. Return to plank. Stepping forward and fanning the arms up. This time we're going to add some extra elements of challenge. Feel free to use them or wait until you've done the workout several times and you feel confident. Lower the hands. Now you can step or hop out. Plank pose. We'll go right into chaturanga, up dog. Toes go down, push back, down dog. Return to plank. Lunge forward with the right leg. Plank pose. The left leg. Now in plank, you can either hold it or tilt your weight to the right, and then the left. Shift it forward and back. Now either step or hop in and fan up. Good. Exhale, fanning down slowly. Lift your tailbone, enjoy the ride. Beautiful. Hands down. You're feeling strong. Hop out. Chaturanga. Up dog. Good. Toes are down. Push back, down dog. Feel strong. Plank pose. Adjust anytime you need to. Lunge forward. Press. Each time you go through it, you're going deeper and deeper into the exercises. Enjoying that stretch. Plank pose. Now tilt to the right and the left. Shift forward and back. Let's hop forward. Fan up. Good. Let's do one more. We're really building heat and strength, stability in that upper body. Hands down, step or hop out. Chaturanga, up dog. Toes down, push back, down dog. Back to plank. Lunge forward. Plank. Lunge forward. Back. Now tilt right and left. Take your time. Forward. Now hop forward and fan up. And arms back down. Good. I'm going to have you walk around the front of your Bosu. I'm going to flip mine over now. We're going to have a seat right on top. So you've got to find just the perfect place where you feel very comfortable, but that's going to come in time. Each time you do this workout, you'll feel better at each exercise. It's important that you stick to it. Now we'll start with just some nice simple hip circles. So take your feet about shoulder width apart. Of course, the wider your base, the more stable you're going to feel. Now lift up tall out of your spine, always thinking about your posture. Everything that you do, this is so important. It's going to make you feel younger, make you feel taller and stronger. Good, last one, hold that. Now this is a bit challenging, so I'm going to have Greg keep both of his feet flat. Jen and I are going to extend one leg and pull the right leg in. Now bring the opposite hand across the knee, one hand behind you, and rotate the spine. Think of lengthening through the back of the head, sitting up nice and tall, trying to keep that Bosu level. Let's return back to center. Extend the opposite leg, pull the left leg in. Good. Make sure you're ready. You don't have to move too fast. Rotate, tall spine, looking out beyond the back shoulder, and back to center. Good. Now this is probably the most difficult balance, and we're just going to try to put both feet up on top. And Greg's going to have his feet down nice and low. You'll find that the longer your torso, the more difficult this particular pose is. So for me, it's a piece of cake. I could sit here all day. But it feels good because you can feel all those little muscles in your abs firing to try to keep the Bosu level. Let's stay here for one nice deep breath. Sitting up nice and tall. Extend the legs one at a time. Pull the toes back toward you. Good. Again, your very best posture, standing up tall. Draw the abs in. Keep the ribs closed and flexed forward. Good. Maybe just sitting up tall with great posture is a stretch for you. That's okay. You're going to get more flexible each time you work. Each time you spend a little bit of work on the Bosu, you'll find yourself improving flexibility. Good. And we'll sit back up. Now I want you to bring your palms right next to your hips and lift your body weight. This is going to prep us for the next exercise, which is definitely more difficult. So when we go to it, if you're more comfortable here, stay with it. Lower the hips. Take the legs out nice and wide in a straddle stretch. First, sit up tall, and if that's very challenging, stay right where you are. Otherwise, if it's a good day, let's roll it down. I'm holding on to the back of the Bosu. That's pulling my shoulders back, stretching the chest, and of course I'm feeling this deep in the legs. Let's return back to center. Good, legs in. Bring your palms right next to your hips, extend the legs all the way out. Here's a more challenging version. Remember the plank pose that we did? This is called reverse plank. So the goal is to keep that Bosu very level and to lift your hips. Try to keep the neck neutral so you're not straining. I want you to feel as though you're lifting up toward the sky, as if you're being suspended by a sling. Strong muscles, strong arms, strong shoulders. Walk the feet in, lower the hips, have a seat on top. That was a great job. Now in this next section, I want you to flip the Bosu back over so the dome side is up. Okay, in our final segment, I promised you some Pilates, so that's what we're going to get to. I want you to begin with the hips right on top of the center of the dome. Make sure the spine feels neutral. From here, we're going to rock back just slightly, and you can use your hands on the dome to help you maintain that balance. Draw the knees up. And Jen's going to show you the most difficult variation, which is with both feet lifted. I'm going to lower one toe. And we're going to just begin by doing extensions. Lift and switch. Now what you want to be feeling here is a strong core, abs in tight. The neck is long, the shoulders are relaxed. I want you to feel a little bit like a dancer. Think about strength through the length of your muscles. 2 more. Good, now we'll hold that up, switch, cross that ankle over the knee, and press into that stretch, opening up the hips. Make the spine long and tall. Release and switch. This is one of my favorite stretches. I think it feels great for the hips. It's a great way to just relax the lower body. Good. Now from here, I want you to walk your feet out just a little bit and lower your hips down slightly on the Bosu so that the center of your back arches over the top. Now let's take our arms up overhead and do a nice supine stretch. Now let your spine relax. Good, close your eyes and maintain your balance. Let go. Just relaxing. Very nice. Now from here, draw the feet in and place the hands on the outside of the dome. I'm going to give you a couple different variations. I want you to extend one leg and try to keep those thighs parallel. A nice soft point with the feet turned out. Now if you need to, you can place one hand on the dome and one hand behind the head to support the neck. Otherwise, Jen's going to show you the more difficult variation with both hands behind the head. And we'll lift up, articulating the spine, exhale and lowering back down. Now go at your own pace. You're definitely going to feel this. You're going to feel it in your back and you're going to feel it in your abs, but that means you're getting great work. You're going to see the results. You've got to do this workout regularly to see those improvements. Good, let's do one more. Place the feet on the floor and push all the way up on top. Good. Now I want you to take your legs out to the side and center your hip just about on the very top of this. And again, we'll show you a couple different variations here. I want you to reach behind, grabbing the ankle, and push the hip forward. Now notice that Greg's got one foot down on the floor. Of course, the longer your body, the more difficult these balancing challenges become. Hold that there, but that's your goal. That's what you're working towards. Each time you do this video, you're going to find yourself getting better in each pose, each exercise. You'll feel it throughout the day. And release. Let's turn over. Lower the left knee to the center of the dome. Good. And extend the arm out nice and long. Now your goal is to try to feel that body as one straight line from fingertip to toes. Hold the abs in, continue breathing. Let's lower the hand, the knees come right next to each other. And draw the navel in deep, scooping the abs as we round up, reaching the hands nice and high. Doesn't that feel great? Inhale. Scoop the abs in again as we round back down. Good, let's take the legs all the way out. Opposite side. Now this time, remember, you want to put your hip right on the very center of the dome. And you'll notice I'm taking the more advanced option with the elbow and the arm resting on the top of the Bosu. Now from here, find the top leg and push the foot into the hand, pushing the hips forward, opening up the front of that hip flexor. Good. And you can keep the leg down on the floor too. That's up to you. One more full breath here. Now let's release and roll it over. Place one knee right in the center. Lift the leg. And when you're ready, extend the opposite arm. Now reach the fingertips away from the back leg. Try to steady your body. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Straight spine, strong abs. Both knees in on top. Good. Scoop the abs in as we round the spine up. Good. Just waking up the body. Exhale. Good. One more deep breath in here. Scoop the abs in as you round back down. Now place your hands on the Bosu. Take the legs out nice and long. And we're going to slowly lower down, using that strength to hover just above the dome and relaxing down. Good. And our final stretch, extend one arm nice and long, reach behind, finding the opposite ankle, and draw the abs in as you lift the leg. This is a modification of bow. And now release and switch. Excellent. Release. And now let's push back into child's pose to give your back that break that it deserves. And let's have a seat on top. Well, you did a great job. Remember, each time you work out, you will get stronger and more flexible, and you'll improve your balance. This program should just be one part of a total fitness program, which includes cardiovascular fitness, strength training, stretching, and healthy eating. You can do these things. You owe it to yourself. Thanks for working out with us today. I'll see you next time.